Hi, I'm Jesse Bush with Hammer Productions and Sweetwater Bar and Grill, Sweetwater Live in Duluth, Georgia. I'm here with Paul Cobb with RexTrax Studios, sponsor of our 9th annual Sweetwater Showdown Battle of the Bands. How's it going? Good to see you, brother. We appreciate you being a sponsor, man. First of all, we want to let people know about some details about you guys. How long have you been around? Where did you start? Is this the original location of RexTrax?
Well, we started in 1997 in my house.
Okay.
Converted the basement to a recording studio, and after about 5 years, we moved in here in 2002, and working on our 8th year here.
Excellent, man. Excellent. So, how did you come up with the name of RexTrax?
Rex was a pet iguana that I had.
Okay.
To be 18 years old.
And hence the iguana in the logo. Okay.
Right.
All right, all right. What is your background personally as far as sound recording, your schooling?
I'm a guitar player originally, and I played in a lot of bands growing up, and always was the guy in the band that recorded the demos. And back in the days before CD, we had cassette recorders,
right,
reel-to-reel recorders, and stuff like that. So I'm kind of coming from a little old school knowledge, and easily transitioned into the computer-based. Attended DeVry University, graduated from Atlanta Institute of Music in '92. Learned recording technology there also, and just opened my studio not too long after that. And worked at Guitar Center for about 3 or 4 years. Got certified for Pro Tools. Ended up converting solely over to computer-based recording. Still use a lot of outboard gear, as you can tell, but we're mainly a Pro Tools HD studio. Pretty much compatible with
absolutely
some of the studios out there.
So when you talk about the change that you've seen from where you've come from and how you used to record, how do you manage to keep up with the changes in technology, and particularly from a financial perspective of investing into the studio to make sure that it's cutting edge and keeping up with what's out there?
Well, we're always buying new gear. We're always upgrading. Just last week, I bought 2 new mics and a couple pieces of outboard gear. We've got a couple other workstations in here. This is our main dedicated mixing setup, and we also have a couple satellite computers that are production-based. One's primarily for hip-hop, urban music. The other is mainly for rock, pop type music production. And all of our engineers have different specialties and different backgrounds, so it's really about keeping the studio booked up enough to be able to afford to make those upgrades.
Certainly, and we all know that Atlanta has been known as a hip-hop town. We don't do hip-hop, we do rock. Tell me what bands that you've had come through the studio, as far as guys that you've recorded that you thought had a lot of potential.
Well, I guess one of the first bands that I worked with way back in the 90s, I believe, was 13 Stories, and they've been a staple here in Atlanta for years. So,
I think they were on a commercial, weren't they? Yeah, they were on a car commercial, yeah.
And I actually recorded the original demo to that song.
Oh, you're kidding, wow.
Way back in, I think, 99 maybe, when they came in. And since then, we've worked with a lot of well-known bands, some local Atlanta bands. The Love Buzzards were here recently.
Yeah.
Kurt Taylor from Primer 55's doing a side project here. A lot of bands here in the Atlanta area that are relatively unknown, but still have a good following. Blue of Noon, Suburban Camouflage. We've done a lot of Gwinnett area, Atlanta area bands over the years. But also, any style is welcome. We do jazz, gospel, you name it.
Excellent. Excellent. So do you feel that working all those different genres of music make you a bit better engineer as a whole, and that you pick up things in these different genres that you can add into even into rock, into hip hop, and where there is a crossover from an engineering perspective?
Sure, a lot of the tricks, a lot of the effects, some of the sounds now. A lot of the modern heavy rock is incorporating a lot of the 808 sounds from hip hop into the bass. And a lot of the hip hop is using guitar sounds in their production. So it is kind of blending over and crossing over. Putting distortion on vocals used to be kind of a heavy like dark metal type industrial thing to do, and now we're finding rappers that are doing that, to just reaching for something different because the auto-tune stuff's kind of played out.
Exactly, yeah. Nice. Just let the people here know how they can get in touch with you guys, website, location, phone number.
Well, you can reach me 24/7, 678-730-0008. And the website is www.rextrax.com. That's RexTrax.com. And a lot of good information on there. There's a full equipment list, staff page, some music samples, bands that we've done, and also a full client list.
And what are your rates here?
We're doing $30 an hour with the engineer included, 4-hour sessions and up. And we do offer discounts for bands that are coming in doing a full project. Maybe spend a week or so, maybe 2 weeks in the studio. So we have a discounted rate that starts at 50 hours. And
that's great. That's a great deal. Yeah.
You consider when you're doing a full CD, maybe 10 or 12 songs, you may spend at least a week recording and maybe a day per song mixing. For radio quality, for indie label quality. And a lot of times people come in and want to do just kind of a live recording where the band sets up and everybody does live takes, and there's limited overdubbing, maybe some vocal overdubs, some guitar overdubs, but we do that type of recording too, where it's really more or less straight to MySpace type demo, and
it's cost effective, and
you can set up and record all at the same time, just like it's a live show, and still maintain that separation where we can put a good mix on it.
That's great. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's good talking with you, and thanks for being part of the showdown this year, man.
My pleasure.